Welcome back, everybody. January 16th, 2019, 8:49 p.m. And once again, Winter Storm Harper official. All right, so we can see this first part of the winter storm warnings out here stretching across the Mideast through Missouri, Illinois, Indiana. Ohio will be next. It's just moving west to east quickly. Check out California. It looks like they're having a techno party in this state with all these colors going on. This is that massive moisture system that is currently crashing into the West Coast, guys. This is something to look at here. Check this out. I actually made this a GIF and posted it on Twitter. This thing literally looks like a hurricane moving its way into the west coast of the U.S. And right at the end here, you can kind of see a little skeleton face. It's pretty cool. I enjoy stuff like that, especially when you get these weird shapes in nature. You don't usually see straight right angles and stuff like that. So when you catch those on these water vapor charts, very interesting. Down here, pay attention too, guys. A lot of moisture. There's severe storms down in this area producing moisture that is then being flowed up into the U.S. that is aiding in the fuel of this storm, believe it or not. A lot of the source of our storms and the fuel and the moisture comes from down below Mexico, comes right over the Baja, and then we also pull moisture out of the Gulf once these storms start meeting by ground zero, like we say, by Kentucky, Missouri, areas like this right here, right in the middle where those top moisture systems come and the southern moisture systems come. They both tend to meet here, and then as we always say, they want to go up here, they want to come straight across. This one happens to be one that's coming to the northeast. Big talk of the town is, how much snow am I getting? How much snow are we getting? How about this? How about that? Guys, it's very, very hard to tell sometimes on accumulations, literally until the day of that storm. We can make guesses, we can make hypothetical guesses, all sorts of things. There's all these different models and tracks we can run. And what I've noticed with this storm is that no one track is the same as the next. So my forecast personally up in northeast Pennsylvania has changed probably 10 times in the last 10 hours. Basically, keep this in mind, guys. Northeast, you're going to get snow. This is a two-part system, possibly three. If you could follow this GIF here, it starts right here. First frame, this is that first wave coming. This is the second wave. So the first wave is coming through Friday. We're actually going to have a little bit of a break in between Friday and Saturday's moisture, but it's still part of the same storm per se. So they're calling it the same storm. It's part of Harper. This is all going to be Harper. In my mind, it could be broken down into two separate storms, especially after this second wave, which is really going to be the big punch. Now, I'm telling you guys, these lines of snow and ice and rain, they're cutting right across the U.S., and they're shifting left and right every couple hours. So, again, very hard to understand and actually give an accurate prediction on snow. But then you see charts like this, where between now and January 21st, which is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 5 days away, they are expecting this much snow to have come and gone or to be on the ground at the time. Look at the states of New York and northwestern PA, and then match it to this color here, 18 to 20 inches. You got to keep in mind, that's the accumulation between now and the 21st. That is not all coming at once, but you could see the trend here and where the snow is technically going to be. So a lot of people in the south that are wondering about snow and stuff like that, chances are, no, this will not be a case for you guys. But you got to understand, these storms are starting in California. Sierra Nevada mountains getting pounded, feet of snow like we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks now, all then scattering across the west. That's where the winter storm warnings begin. That's when this storm was officially named, covering plenty of distance, covering plenty of population to be a named storm according to weather.com. That is how they name the storms. But basically, guys, all I can do is provide to you the information I have available to me and then give you my little bit of educated guess on top of that, which I don't tend to do only because I'm not here to predict things for you. I'm here to just give you the tools so you can kind of have an idea of how to prepare for a storm, whether it comes or not. It's always good to be prepared, but the looks of this storm, guys, there's not much other areas this thing can go. So let's take a quick look really quick before I let you go. This is the first wave. Again, Friday. Friday is the first wave for the Northeast. We got some rain in West Virginia. This could be an ice and snow mix. Again, these lines are not all matching up. The European model, the Canadian model, the GFS model, they're all slightly different. So right now, yes, I'm using the GFS. It's just a pretty much a go-to. It gives you a relative idea of what's going to happen. Like I said, I'm not giving you inches or anything like that as of right now. What I want you to focus on is your immediate area and where you live. So here's Friday the 18th. Very quickly then, we get a break. But then comes Saturday night, that's when things are going to get pretty hectic in the Northeast. You can see the severe weather coming up all the way from Louisiana. We could be dealing with tornadoes, hail, strong winds. You see these tight rings. That means lots of wind, guys. A lot of counterclockwise spin going on. You get the energy coming out of the Gulf. A lot of energy popping up right before Texas as this moisture is moving west to east. That is partially why you're seeing this push up from the Gulf. And then you see those heavy pockets of snow, guys. We could see blizzard conditions around St. Louis once again. Those deep blues, that's a very, very strong possibility. And you got to understand these storms have basically three parts to them. They have the front, they have what's going on while it's over you, and then they have the back end. So usually the front could be a snow, and then the secondary part of it could be rain, and then you could be seeing snow again. It's all because of the spinning counterclockwise low pressure systems we have here in the northern hemisphere, and because of the deep dips in the jet stream and the crosswinds we just have a lot of chaotic stuff going on. So it's very hard to forecast. But what we can say with certainty is the Northeast is going to be a mess this coming weekend and going forward. So I don't want to take us too far forward. I want to keep this kind of short. This is the 19th going into the 20th. Here you go. Very quickly moving storm. This is the end of the 20th. So 19th and 20th, you saw that thing move all the way from Iowa and Missouri underneath the Great Lakes. Pouring a massive amount of snow in parts of New York. Potsdam, New York, already with like a foot of snow. A good friend of mine on Twitter, he's a earth science teacher for a college. Him and I speak often. He went to the Navy with my brother. Him and I have been talking, and he's been sending me videos out of Potsdam, New York. They have snow all over the place. So parts of upstate New York are completely covered in snow, even as of right now, and this has nothing to do with Harper. This is just the beginning of Harper. So to give you an idea of what New York is going to experience, not saying New York City is almost a separate part of New York. You got to understand New York is a full big state. A lot of people, when they say New York, they just think New York City. New York City happens to be one of those areas right now that is on that line. You could see Long Island is green in this frame, and then the frame before it, it's blue. So you got snow in 1 6-hour period. The next 6 hours would be rain, 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 and then the back end of this could pull snow right back into it. So again, I'm just trying to explain to you guys why it's a little bit difficult sometimes to give accurate and forecast as far as accumulations, which is why I don't do that much. I'll usually report the accumulations after the fact to let you guys know what areas got hit, but I like letting you know what's coming your way so you can prepare accordingly. So with that said, guys, that's the current update for right now. Big old mess. All the charts are trying to line up. We're trying to get a conclusion here, but it looks like it's going to be one of these situations where we're just going to have to hunker down, watch it as it goes, keep each other notified, share each other's work, whatever we got to do to keep this going and to keep the information flowing. So that's what it's all about. With that said, here's one more shot of the moisture chart, guys, and you can just see the beginning of that big system coming in, guys. I swear this thing looks like a hurricane. It's incredible. The amount of moisture, and you can base it off the density of the clouds. The deep white you get, the more moisture involved. And you could see that that is all getting just ripped up into the Sierra Nevada mountains. You could even see the mountains highlighting as the weather's passing over it, as it's affecting the weather as it passes into Nevada. We've explained this in previous videos as well, but just some amazing sights coming out of these visuals here. One more time, I'll give you a look at this one. And just check this out. This counterclockwise spin looks like a hurricane, and then boom, all that moisture is being pulled right up, and that is exactly what's going to fuel this massive storm we are about to get, guys. So, all right, with that said, that is the update for now. Everyone stay safe, stay warm. I will be back as soon as possible with an update, and we'll take it from there, guys. That's all we can do. It's just a waiting game. That's how it works. Weather, weather, weather. Bipolar weather, to say the least. And thank you all very much for the positive feedback down below. We always appreciate it. Click the bell, like our videos if you enjoy them. Make sure you subscribe so you can get our notifications. And if you have not been getting the notifications, please, once again, click that bell. It is the only way that I know how you guys can definitely get our information as soon as it's posted. So get on that, please. And again, pictures, videos, anything that you want to send me, please send to the email in the info box on the channel. You could message me on Instagram. You can message Caroline on Instagram, or she doesn't have a Twitter. I do, though. Any one of those sources, please hit us up. You got any good pictures you want posted on the videos, let us know. We'll put them right up. All right, guys, take care. We'll talk soon. Great. Bye-bye.